Today is the first day of the International Toy Fair in Nuremberg. We are at the NAC booth here at the Toy Fair. And NAC has got some really amazing new items that they're showing. And one amazing thing that I'm noticing is NAC exclusively is bringing out with Kato an N-scale Glacier Express set. And here we have the new Glacier on Tour set, which will be out later this year. This will be a great addition to any N-scale collection. And then your typical Glacier panorama train comes with a locomotive and 2 cars. And then you can get an additional 3-car set, so you can make it a total of 5 cars. Ronaldo Imports will be selling these sets, and we think they'll make a nice addition to our assortment. Later on in the year, NAC will bring out the UNESCO Glacier Express locomotive. And here's a little bit of a close-up. That'll be a great locomotive. Another interesting thing that we discovered is NAC and Kato are going to produce 4 different high-speed Shinkansen trains. We have the yellow Shinkansen 923. Then we have the green and silver ES Shinkansen. These are exclusively made for NAC. Then there is the Nozomi 500 Shinkansen in silver and blue. Right here. It's a really cool train. And then the Shinkansen 700, which is a 4-car set. These will be some nice additions to our program. In addition, Kato NAC is going to bring out these little streetcars, these Portram streetcars in different colors, and purple, silver and green, blue and silver, and yellow and silver. Here we have a beautiful NAC layout of the Glacier Express. And the Glacier Express is running on the layout. The layout uses Kato track, some laser cut buildings, a nice bridge, and has a nice 5% incline for the radius. And Ronaldo Imports will be selling these layouts as kits and fully detailed functional running models. The detail is really nicely done. Typical Swiss scene. Here we are at the Brava stand in Nuremberg, the 2014 Toy Fair, and we are going to film some of the new items here for 2014. There's going to be a wide range of flat cars, side load wagons, silo wagons, beer cars, and here you can see some of the beautiful little beer cars. We have the Swiss Walser water car. That'll be a great car. And the Maggie Swiss spice car. Another little Maggie tank car. Over here we have a Era 2 DRG Rhineland tank car. And a couple of 2-axle Bavarian flat cars, one in green and one in brown. Brava is coming out with a variety of 4-axle flat cars in era 4 and 5 for the Deutsche Bundesbahn. They have one for the SNCF in era 4. Then an Italian version for the FS. Super highly detailed. Here we have a really awesome diorama by Brava with the new Gravita locomotives. Here we have the silver and blue Voigt version. Then the red DB AG version. Then we have the black private railroad, NRC. And over here, I think this is a new one for North Rail in orange. Very, very cool. I love the Brava dioramas. They're some of the best dioramas at the Toy Fair. The absolute highlight for 2014 is the Prussian G10 or BR57 from Brava. And this is a great little scene here of a roundhouse, a turntable, the different Brava steam engines. We have a small coaling facility, super detailed. Did a great job. There is a new BR57. I can't get enough of this diorama. This coaling facility is so cool. You can see it has little tracks of its own where these little coal gondolas would be filled, and they would move them to the crane, and the crane would dump it then to the tender. Another highlight from Brava will be the German iconic diesel locomotive, the V100. The V100 was made by other manufacturers in the past. Fleischmann made one years ago, and it was completely out of scale. The old one from Rocca was halfway decent, but the new V100 from Brava will be the ultimate V100. Super detailed, with sound, full interior, a lot of filigreeing on the steps and the fan covers. Just an absolutely fantastic model. Here we have a nice poster of the German V100 in all the different versions. Typical DB Red, Beige and Cream, the later DB version, DBAG, and they'll be able to make a lot of private railroads. There's an Austrian version, Rail Pool. Very, very cool. We think it's a great idea to make the V100. Brava's going to make some beautiful 3-axle cars from the old Prussian ones to some French ones in Era 3 and even some Belgium coaches. These cars are super detailed with full interiors, a lot of external painting like the window frames. Just fantastic. Iconic German S26. Beautiful model from Brava in the different versions. And beautiful little G7. They're going to bring back the old East German E11 electric locomotive in the green with the red bogies and the white stripe. And what's really good, and I think that will sell really well, is they're going to make the Orient Express locomotive again in the blue. It is the Swiss AE477. Super detailed model. Brava is also coming out with a beautiful Swiss cargo engine, the R482 class. And that'll be out later in the year. Highly detailed model. And on the same basis, they will have the German class 145.5 in the white and red IC colors. Just awesome scene. Here we have a couple more of the German V100s. Here's a private railroad. I believe it's Rail Pool. And then there's an Austrian version, the Class 2048. And another nice version is up here. This is the DB version Era 5. Here we have a great little diorama of the new vernacular that Brava made. And you could see the gondolas are actually moving up and down. Very, very cool. This is an awesome diorama. And you can extend this funicular just by adding more cable and more pylons. Here we are at the Hiki booth, and Hiki's got some great new products. And we'll take a look at this beautiful layout that they built here. It's a small layout. I figure it's about a 4x8, but look at the detail. Simply amazing. They got the vineyards. They got a very nice castle ruin. Beautiful trees from Hiki. These are their new pine trees. And these are some of the nicest mass-produced trees I've seen so far. This is a 2014 new item. And quite impressive. This is a beautiful cathedral that they built. I think they built this out of their plastistruct line or whatever. But this would actually be an HO scale cathedral. It kind of gives you the idea of what a HO scale church would look like. When you look at the church cathedrals from Volmer or other manufacturers, they truly are out of scale. But then again, who's got this much room? Here we have from Folgerex, a beautiful 3-car rail car, the French TAR 36, and there will be an ETA version and a couple of versions for the SNCF. Beautiful color scheme in like a teal green and purple. Functional doors, most likely with digital and sound. Very nice model. A beautiful BLS BE68 in 1 gauge. Fantastic model. Only 8 were made worldwide, and this is naturally one of 8. This locomotive is about 10,000 Swiss francs. Absolutely exquisite.
Okay. These are north, these two, these are 3 SMC. Last one is take away.
Here we have the French Orient Express 231s in N scale. These were just recently delivered. Different colors, the Nords, the brown. And down here we have the beautiful Swiss rail cars. It's a private Swiss railroad. A couple of different color schemes from the ASD. Absolutely exquisite. These are already sold out.
Sound also?
No, it's
Here we have the
digitized,
Bugatti.
but no sound. No.
O-gauge rail car with the functional spinning fans. When the locomotive is in the stop position, the fans are spinning as it's shown, and as it speeds up, the fans actually do get faster. Absolutely beautiful model.